Hi YouTube. Last weekend I went to the Renaissance Festival. I made this mouse costume. I did not make a long format video of me making this because I had to lock in to get it done in time, but we are probably going again next month and I have a little bit more time to make a costume. So I'm making a video for this costume. I am planning on making another Jester costume. I made one last year and it was so much fun. And I think I can get this done pretty fast. One, because I already have a corset made that I want to use for this look. And I made the shorts before. I kind of know what I'm doing this time around. I'm basing my whole Jester look off of this fabric I thrifted. It's this ruffly burgundy fabric. It's so cute, and when I saw it, I wanted to make little bloomers out of this so bad. And I've also wanted to include some chainmail pieces with this. I've seen some really cute Jester collar necklaces, and I think that would be so cute. And I want to add some other like chainmail details. I want to make one of these like 2 cone hats and add some like chainmail decorations on it, as well as like a chainmail belt. There's a lot of chainmail I want to do for this. That'll probably be the longest part of this costume. I'm really excited. I hope it all comes together. I normally draw and plan out my costumes instead of just diving right in. Yeah, let's see how this goes. The plan is just make stuff and hopefully it comes together. Here I am cutting out the pattern for my shorts. I have used this pattern in the past for my other Jester and they turned out so cute, and it's pretty simple to make these shorts. It's essentially just 2 pant legs that you add elastic to the hems and the waist, and it makes this cute pair of bloomers. I am a very slow seamstress and I was able to knock these out in one session, so 10 out of 10. Also, I will put a link to the pattern I used in the description. That way, if you want to make your own pair of bloomers, that'll be there for you. Not sponsored, I just like this pattern. These were totally meant to become bloomers. I love the ruffles, they're adorable, and I have a bunch of leftover fabric, so I'll figure out something to make with these as well. But yeah, pants are done. I still have to buy the pattern to make the hat. So in the meantime, I think I'll make the chainmail collar. So that'll be next. But yep, pants are all done. You just got pranked because I did not make my chainmail collar next. I made some sleeves with the extra fabric that I had. I just took some elastic that was to the measurement of my upper arm and sewed the top part of the pattern together and came up with these sleeves that have a little slit in them, and my arm could be out and free. But yeah, now I'm moving on to the chainmail collar. All you need to start chainmailing is a pair of pliers, 2 of them, is 1 pair of pliers called a pair of pliers, and then 2 pairs of pliers is also a pair of pliers? If someone asks me to bring a pair of pliers, I would bring 1. So would you have to ask for 2 pairs of pliers? What? Anyways, I am doing a European 4-in-1 weave for this necklace. I am making 1 long chain of it that is the length of the circumference of my neck, and then I am making little triangles which then I will attach to the chain. There's a really good tutorial on how to make 4-in-1 triangles that I will put the link to in the description, but basically all I'm doing is making another row of 4-in-1s, except on the ends of my row are 3-in-1 units. And then you start to get this tapered edge as you add more rows to that initial row that you made. Again, always having 3-in-1s on the end. It's a little tricky for me to describe how to do it with words, so hopefully the video on the screen is helpful. And again, I'll put that link in the description to the tutorial. Once I have a completed triangle, I then attach it to my long 4-in-1 chain. It is important to note that where you're attaching it, the rings need to be laying in the same direction because that middle linking ring is in the opposite direction. So just make sure your rings are lying in the same direction and it should turn out just fine. I made the rest of my triangles off camera because it took forever, but here's how the necklace came out. All I had left to do was decorate it with some beads. I got these red and black beads and attached them to the points of the necklace. I've had a couple people ask me what the tool is I'm using right here. It is called a one-step looper. I love this thing, it saves me so much time. And here's how the necklace came out. I love it. And after that, I moved on to making the belt. I made the belt using a Byzantine weave. I think this is one of the easiest weaves to pick up when you're first learning how to weave chainmail. All you're doing is taking 3 pairs of rings that you've linked together, and then on that 3rd pair of rings, you're pushing them back and opening up that middle pair, and then taking 2 new rings and linking it to those rings. Again, it's a little tricky to explain in words, but hopefully the video is helpful. And then I also made some spikes coming off of my belt using the same weave, just taking one of those rings and then attaching 2 more pairs of rings and doing the same, pushing the rings back and making a little point with them. It's all pretty simple. It can sound and look complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too tricky. I decorated my belt with the same beads that I used for my Jester collar, as well as these little metal balls. And I also added some decorative chain just to have some droopy little details, and this is how it turned out. I think it's great. I made the base of my double horned hennin. I use a pattern by Drawings by Nicole. I will link to where I got it. It was awesome to work from, and it was no-sew. I wasn't very clean with my hot gluing. Hopefully I'm a lot cleaner for what I'm about to do. I'm about to hot glue all the fabric to the base hat. I have some scrap black fabric, and then I thrifted 2 of these pillowcases for $1. Look how pretty this fabric is. I'm just gonna go to town. My hot glue gun is stuck to the box that I keep it in. Yay, hot glue! I also plan to make some chainmail decorations to the hat to just tie all the chainmail together. I'll do that after everything's all glued on, but hot glue time. Also, I apologize if I look or sound crusty right now. My seasonal allergies are going crazy. My eyes are super watery, and I can't breathe out of my nose that good right now, so yay, spring. I have a love-hate relationship with hot glue. I think the most important thing is to just take your time and be careful not to get the hot glue on the outside of the fabric that is showing. I surprisingly did not burn myself while making this, so that was really nice. But yep, I'm just gluing fabric to a hat. The hat is all covered now. I did not film the middle part because it took every single brain cell that I had to get the fabric on here, and it's not even center, but that's okay because I am covering this part up with chainmail anyways, so that will be my next step, just weaving some chainmail that will go over this. I think this is so cute. I have a little hat now. I did most of the chainmail for my hat off camera. It was a small area of fabric to cover, but because my rings were so small, it was still so much weaving that I did. But it was a 4-in-1 weave, and then with some of those 3-in-1 units on the side to get those tapered edges. But here I am sewing on the finished chainmail so it won't move around on my hat and it'll stay in place. And just like all my other chainmail pieces, I decorated it with these red and black beads as well as some dangly chains. keep the hat on my head, I sewed on some burgundy ribbon. Look how cute this hat turned out. I love it. I feel so whimsical and silly. We need to bring back hats like this. We aren't hatting like we used to in the past, and it's a shame because this is so fun. But the hat is all done. I love it. Moving on to the last thing for this, I am going to make a scepter. I originally didn't have plans to make this, and then I decided I wanted a prop, so I'm adding another thing to this build. I have this wooden dowel, and then this knob is left over from my Ariete cosplay when I made her pin sword, and it just goes in here. I'm going to paint and prime it, and then make a little Jester face on the knob and decorate it. So hopefully that is the last thing, and then we will have a reveal for this costume. I had so much fun painting on a little face on my scepter. I did not know what I wanted to do for my makeup at this point, so this is where I decided how to do my makeup for the final look. I ended up doing these like 3 eyelash things with dots on the end, and I think it turned out cute. I just made a miniature version of the same pattern I used for my actual hat to make this teeny tiny hat, and then I just hot glued everything on. This thing is held together with hot glue and love. And then I used a bunch of ribbon to add some more decorations. And I also made a tiny chainmail little piece for her too. It was so fun making a miniature version of the costume I had just made. It was a lot faster too because there wasn't nearly as much chainmailing required. Here's the finished scepter, and now the costume is all ready for the reveal. Outro time. Guys, I love this costume. I feel so mischievous and whimsical and cute. I love this. It's such a different vibe from my previous Jester cosplay, and I really love that costume and didn't know if I could make something that I would like as much, but I really like this one. It's so cute. I think my favorite parts are the hennin and my scepter. I love that we match. My only complaint for this costume is that the shoulders will slide down every now and then, and I have to put them back into place. But that's it. Otherwise, it's really comfortable. We did not end up going to the Renaissance Festival again this year, so I will end up wearing this next year, which makes planning for the next year really easy. My costume's already done. I might make like a matching drawstring bag like I normally do, as well as some accessories for my wrist, maybe some chainmail bracelets. But that's all I gotta work on between then and now. The costume is all done. I'm so excited that this is finished, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love being a Jester, silly little guy. 10 out of 10. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!